Well, hello there. Hi. How y'all doing? I'm William Brantley from the North Jackson, Tennessee area near Westtown Commons Shopping Center. Getting ready to report to you today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days here in just a few moments. Turned out to be a very beautiful day today, and we've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 more days coming of beautiful sunny conditions. And you did see that, 3 more days. I just had to do that for fun. Days of beautiful sunshine. Rain's going to come back in toward Tuesday, I'm afraid. And even at this time, even Easter Sunday, way down there on the 16th of April, looks nice at this time. More details on that coming, though. Well, I just thought I'd introduce myself live on video and then continue to show the forecast maps and various other radar and satellite images as well, of course. So I guess I better get started, but I just wanted to say hello first. And here, let's go. I'll go ahead and get it going. Nice to see everybody, by the way. Well, I hope you enjoy the video. Might be a better way to put it. And of course, as usual, I like to start it off with the forecast map, which is what this is. And start off with the National Weather Service's current map features, actually, as of 3:20 p.m. this afternoon, Friday, April the 7th, 2017. And as you can see, it's a wide part of the country that's nice, rain-free, precipitation-free, snow-free, you name it. Tennessee's gorgeous right now. Only precipitation is a little bit up there in the northeastern part of the country, around New York and on up to Maine, courtesy of those two low-pressure systems up there. But from the looks of this map, they don't have a whole lot of that even up there. Looks like snow on the west side of those lows and southwest side, and rain on up in Maine, up in that area. So take your pick as to which part you may wish you were in or wish you wasn't in. Who knows? On down further toward us, nothing. Florida looks terrific down there. The whole East Coast looks great. Really, almost, doggone it, about almost 90% of the country looks precipitation free. Maybe even 95%. My goodness. Great weekend, no doubt. Out west, it doesn't look all that bad either. Looks like there's some rain out there in parts of the Rocky Mountains. A little bit of snow there in the California mountains, and some up there in Oregon and Washington State mountains, and on up in the southwest corner there of Canada. Of course, you can see 4 lows up in that part of the country. 2 of them just north and northwest of the U.S. border, and 2 of them in the U.S. They're in around the Salt Lake City, Utah area, and then southeastern Montana. And that's where most of the activity is, what activity is going on in the country. Beyond that, nice weather. All right. Well, let's move on to the next map, tomorrow morning's map, which looks like Saturday morning at 4 a.m. in the morning. Not a whole lot changes. Still beautiful. The high pressure right over Tennessee, Kentucky border, not over Texas. Still clear for the most part. A little bit of rain mixed with snow up in the northeastern country, but not a whole lot up there, I don't think. Low pressure up there just northwest of Maine and southeastern Canada. Low pressure up there near the Hudson Bay. On the way up there in Canada. And And the rest of the U.S. is a little bit more precipitation forming there in the northern plain states, sort of a mixture of rain and possibly some thunderstorms there in the Dakotas and northern Nebraska. Otherwise, there's a few spots out west that may encounter some rain, and maybe a few little smaller spots in the mountains that might get some heavy snow. Other than that, California don't look all that bad beyond the snow and the rain showers that's in parts of the state, but not in every part of the state though. And the Northwest really doesn't look all that terrible. The precipitation's in spotty areas, as you can see, thanks to that low just north of North Dakota that swings down and connects with the cold front down to another low in southeastern Oregon, and then that front goes on down through California, not far from San Francisco. But that's the weather up in that area, but it's really not all that active over there. Back over here, I guess I'll keep it on our part of the country. For now, I'll go on to one more Sunday morning's forecast map. This is for Sunday morning around 4 a.m., April the 9th. We're still in pretty good shape, a good part of the eastern U.S., still clear in most of the east U.S., like I just said. Looks like the high pressure will be over Georgia. They'll be controlling our weather at that time. The low that was over the Dakotas has moved down to the Nebraska area. It's got a cold front, actually another low over Lake Superior, I think's the name of that one. That's Michigan, just north of Michigan State. And then that cold front stretches down to northern over Nebraska, and then that stretches another cold front all the way down to Old Mexico. Well, that's what I like calling it, just Mexico. But looks like Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri, maybe a small portion of northeastern Oklahoma has a risk for some severe thunderstorms on Sunday. Not here, though. And then you can see a few pockets of freezing rain even over northeastern and South Dakota. A few pockets of heavy snow up there in Wyoming and Montana. And other than that, scattered precipitation out west again. Not really a whole lot going on. And you see that warm front first to move into the northwestern coastline there. And that's pretty much it. Really, still not a whole lot going on. That severe weather threat's going to be the main precipitation area come Sunday morning. But it shouldn't affect us. We do have a chance for thunderstorms on Tuesday. That may be that coming our way. It's going to take a couple of days to get here because of the way the systems are moving. All right. Let me go on to another map here. I believe it's the radar, which obviously is going to be clear. No, I take that back. Let me go ahead and give you this one first. Yeah. There is a frost advisory and let me see if I can get a better view of that one. I know what I need to do. Hold on just a second. This will be a better view of it. Right here. Yeah, that's going to show. Look, you can see better here. The other one blows the map up a little too big. Madison County is under a frost advisory for tomorrow morning from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. And that's the counties you see in light blue, which would be Obion, Gibson, Madison, Hardeman, Chester, and McNairy counties is under the frost advisory for tomorrow morning, with lows down around roughly 36 to 38 degrees or thereabouts. The blue or purple there you see, darker blue or purple, is a freeze warning. And that includes a few West Tennessee counties now. And that would be Weakley, Henry, Carroll, Benton, Henderson, Decatur, and Hardin County in West Tennessee. And you see some of the counties over in Middle Tennessee that includes. I have some Facebook friends over in Perry County, It includes that county, the freeze warning does. Miss Neela Truel, I think her name is over there, is a Facebook friend of mine that lives in the Linden, Tennessee area. And other than that, that's it. But most likely here in Jackson and Gibson County and and Hardeman and Chester and so on, temperatures will probably remain above freezing, like I said, 36, 38 degrees or so. But on up there toward Martin, Paris, Huntington, of course, Camden, Lexington, Parsons, and Savannah, just name a few, you may have lows closer to freezing for a few hours. So do cover your plants if you have any outdoors, tender vegetation, just to be sure. But after about 9 o'clock, though, irregardless, the temperature should be above freezing and get well above freezing by tomorrow afternoon. Okay, that's one of the maps I wanted you to see. Now they go on to the radar. As you can see, of course, Jackson's in the clear, obviously, and expected to continue being that way for a little bit of time. Let's pull back on this just a little. This radar is as of 7:31 p.m. It is live, or at least live at the time that I'm looking at it. Put it that way. And as you can see, we're in the clear all the way over through Arkansas, and all over into East Tennessee, and down in the portions of Mississippi. I think I can take this out one more level and give it just a second to come up. And you see even a wider span here. There we go. You can see way over there, and like I said, Arkansas, up at Missouri, a little bit of Missouri there, a little bit of Kentucky, of course, northern Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and on over there. There's really nothing on radar, period, for our area. Skies are pretty much clear. Okay, one more map I wanted to show you, and this is the National Radar View. National Satellite View, and courtesy of AccuWeather, and it's as taken, the latest is as of 6:30 our time, about an hour ago. As you can see, most of the country still cloud free. Florida is ideal for anybody that may be down there on spring break or vacation or whatever. Tennessee's not too bad either. It's pretty much cloud free. Some clouds over to the east of us in the Carolinas and points north, but they're not real heavy. The cloud cover you see up there in northern Missouri may work its way down our way, but those clouds may actually dissipate by the time they get here, or may not cause no serious trouble. Might even be kind of like a thin overcast briefly. But that'll be later on tonight and early tomorrow morning when that happens, if at all. That may be our saving grace to keep us from below freezing temperatures here. But then again, they may fizzle out before they get here, since the area is so dry. Let me see if I can get a quick national view, if it don't play with me too much. Ah, perfect. Didn't take long at all. That's all. I like it when it does that. Okay, let me click it one more time. Here we go. You can see, for the whole nation, it is fairly cloudy, or partly cloudy, very cloudy out west, anywhere from the Plain States westward, and generally not too all that bad in the eastern half, with the exception of northeast part of the country. But those clouds up there in Missouri may cause some cloudiness later tonight and early tomorrow morning. But Again, unless they dissipate before they get here, and that's what I'm thinking they'll do, at least as of right now. Otherwise, the country still looks pretty decent. Heaviest part of the rain is up there in eastern Montana, moving into the Dakotas as the heaviest precipitation looks like. Let's see if I can get a closer view of that. As you can see there. Now this is the enhanced satellite picture, nighttime photo, because the sun's gone down to where the usual visual satellite picture isn't available because there's no inflation from the sun, of course. Okay, let me move on back to the radar, I believe. I'm going to try something a little different. Let me try this a little different than what I usually do. Let me find it real fast. I wish I had thought about it before I started doing this. I'm going to let you actually see some of my climate data that I read to you every night. Let's see if I can find it to where I'll do it this way. Maybe this will be closer than usual. Okay, I'll read it to you. Well, first of all, I can read it to you. As of 5 p.m. here in North Jackson, see if I can get close enough. Yeah, as of 5 p.m. here in North Jackson, the skies were clear. The temperature was 63 degrees. The dew point was 28 degrees. The humidity was 27%. The winds were out of the northwest at 12 miles per hour, gusting to 18 miles per hour. The barometric pressure was 30.13 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature was 40. As you can see, normal is 45. Today's high was 67. Normal is 70. And of course, we've had no precipitation today since midnight. Today's lowest barometric pressure would be 30.11 inches, and that was at 12 a.m. The highest barometric pressure was 30.21 inches, and that was at 10 and 11 a.m. Today's lowest relative humidity would be 27% at 5 p.m. and the highest would be 73% at 4 and 6 a.m. this morning. And there's one other that I will go ahead and show you, but I'll have to move it up just a touch to get it to like you can see it. And that would be today's highest wind gust. Today's highest wind gust was, of course, at the Jackson Airport, was north at 26 miles per hour at 2:34 p.m. so far at the Jackson Airport, of course. And I'm reading from my Facebook page, the Brantley's Weather Group page, and that's where I have all this printed out. Okay, I'll go ahead and put it back on the radar because it'd be kind of hard to show the forecast readout version. I'll put it that way because of the size of it. So I'll get a close. Oh, that'd be good enough. You want to look at the radar, which is nothing showing on it at 7:39 p.m. and then I'll read the rest. I'll just read the printed forecast to you. I think I've covered everything else except for the sun and moon part, and the records. Let's see. I didn't give you the low and high. I think I forgot that part. Or did I? No, I gave it to you. Low was 40, high was 67. Yeah, I think I read that to you. Okay, no rainfall, of course. The sunset tonight at 7:22. It'll be rising tomorrow morning at 6:32. Moon will be setting tomorrow morning at 4:41 a.m. It's already up, of course, and be rising tomorrow afternoon or early evening at 5:08 p.m. Today's records would be, actually that's on Facebook too, but it's down a little piece, but I'll just read them to you. Today's records for April the 7th, 86 degrees back in 1978 and 1995. Coolest high would be 42 back in 2007. Warmest low would be 69 degrees in 2001. And the coldest low would be 24 degrees back in 2007. And the rainfall record for today would be 1.01 inches, and that was in 1973 when that happened. And no snow fell on this date, April 7th, in any year in Jackson, since records have been kept. Mine, like I mentioned, goes back to 1994, and McKellar Airports goes back for the month of April to 1949. Okay, and I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of a readout forecast, even though I pretty much gave that to you already too. Mostly clear skies for tonight, and most likely all the way through Monday. With low tomorrow morning here of about 39 degrees, cooler to the east, north, and southeast. With the high tomorrow of about 73 degrees, so it will be warmer tomorrow. And we'll have south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Remember the frost advisory for Madison County, Gibson County, Hardeman County, Chester, and I think a couple other. I think it's Wheatley and Hardeman County, I think. That's under the frost advisory. And then all the counties east of there is under a freeze warning all the way through to Tennessee River on into Middle Tennessee for a freeze warning. Both is valid from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. For temperatures roughly between 32 to 38 degrees for tomorrow morning. Okay, on into Sunday, like I said, mostly clear. Low near 52, a high of 80. It's going to feel very nice with south winds at 15 to 30. And on Monday, fair skies continue with low near 56 and a high of 79 with south winds at 15 to 25. And like I mentioned earlier, on Tuesday we have a 40% chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. That increases to a 70% chance of just showers, though, Tuesday night, with a low near 58 degrees and a high of 75 degrees, with west winds at 10 to 20. I'll go ahead and give you Wednesday. Looks like it's going to be a 50% chance for some showers until about noon, and then the skies are going to become fair, with a low near 55 and a high of 77. With northeast winds at 10 to 20. And I'll go ahead and mention, like I mentioned earlier, as of right now, next Sunday, Easter Sunday, April 16th, looks like it's going to be mostly fair, mostly clear, with a low near 55 and a high of 82, with south winds at 10 to 20. And by the way, the sun rises on Easter Sunday morning at 6:21 a.m. and sets at 7:29 p.m. on Easter Sunday evening. Alrighty, that should be it for tonight. I hope you found this information very useful and informative. And I hope all of you have a very pleasant Friday night, April the 7th, 2017. I hope you wake up to a beautiful Saturday, April the 8th, 2017. And with the temperatures getting on up there toward 73, 74, maybe 75, this is going to be a spectacular day. And I hope you enjoy it. Well, that's it for tonight. I hope I get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow sometime. And look forward to that then. And until then, good night, my friends. And God bless you.